We got to take just a minute here and talk about, the idea of the tag team of Kane and X-Pac,
Yeah.
because it does feel like this is like a randomizer thing on the internet where you just have to randomly scroll through and pick one. All right, stop. Okay, we got Kane and his tag team partner will be spin the wheel, make the deal. All right, stop. X-Pac? Like in theory, this makes no freaking sense. But for whatever reason, it clicked and we loved it. Why did this work so well with fans?
Well, excuse me. Those two had chemistry.
Yeah.
They respected each other. They wanted each other to succeed and do well, and they did. So it was just it was a marriage made in heaven, unpredictable heaven, if nothing else. But those guys did good, man. I was when they were first put together, I was skeptical because I just didn't feel it, but I was wrong, and it shows you how good Glenn Jacobs was, and it certainly showed that Sean was willing to do whatever Sean could do from an athletic standpoint to make this thing work. So just put the elements together. They gelled, and I'm really happy that I was there to call a lot of that because it was fun to call. They told good stories, and two good guys, two very good guys that love the business, that made sure that they took care of their end of the proposition, and they did.
I loved them as a tag team, but when they split, and it did feel inevitable, man, their feud, I didn't like that as much. I wanted to see them as tag teams, but I didn't want to see them wrestle each other. I know that sounds crazy, but we see that happen when they try to do a DX reunion, and Waltman's going to turn heel. Kind of a disappointing feud with Kane, and at some point in 2000, he hurts his neck again and misses a few months. When he comes back in '01, he's going to pivot to have his own group, X-Factor, with Just Incredible and Albert, and they call themselves X-Factor. I guess this is around the same time we started to see online people use the phrase X-Pac heat. The idea being that it's not necessarily heel heat where we're booing them because, oh, we don't want you to win. But X-Pac heat was supposed to be the idea that, hey, we don't want to see it. We don't want to see this guy. But what's interesting about that is we know he's had these great landmark promos. We know his in-ring work is always great.
Mhm.
Is X-Pac heat, is that the internet saying, hey, we need a new coat of paint? What do you make of this X-Pac heat thing?
I kind of disregarded it.
Yeah.
You got all these positive elements in place, and the X-Pac heat thing to me was just a figment of the internet and online shit. So I just can't hold the X-Pac heat as a reason that they weren't successful. X-Pac's group paled in comparison. Those three guys, all good guys.
Yeah.
The big guy is still at NXT and doing a good job coaching. I don't know what happened to Just Incredible. He was a good hand, but he had his own issues. But they weren't the company that Waltman needed to have to, you know, to I don't know. I'm trying to find the word to identify with. They weren't the stars that he was used to circling. But still, Sean did a great job in leading that group, and they just didn't have the sizzle that his previous groups that he was involved with had. And but he still held up his end and did a good job.
We got to talk a little bit about what happens next with Sean because things don't go exactly according to plan. There is this invasion angle, and Sean's going to pick up the light heavyweight title, and he's set to unify that title with the WCW Cruiserweight title at Survivor Series. But the match gets canceled. Our on-air commissioner, Mick Foley, would go on TV and it almost feels like making a cryptic comment saying something like, we have no idea where X-Pac is. Now, what we do know is his belt's largely forgotten about. And the WCW Cruiserweight title eventually sort of morphs into the WWF Cruiserweight title. And I guess he takes a little bit of a break. Maybe he's injured. I'm not sure, but he's got a hiatus in early 2002. And then he's going to come back to join the WWE version of the NWO. But it doesn't feel like much is really done with him. And he winds up getting released around SummerSlam. The Torch would say, Sean Waltman is in the final stages of working out a deal to end his WWE contract. Both sides were willing to part ways over a number of factors. Kevin Nash's injury put an end to the entire NWO gimmick, and that made X-Pac's role undefined once again. Combined with the backstage tension over X-Pac speaking up against what he felt were political forces working against him, specifically Michael Hayes, Brian Gerwitz, and Paul Heyman, Waltman wants out. WWE doesn't have creative ideas for him, and they're upset with his conduct and concerned over the incident at the airport where he passed out and was hospitalized. In any case, barring a major surprise, he will soon be a free agent and free to explore Japan and TNA as well. So we know it's more like the end of August before that release actually happens. So he's technically free to start with TNA if that's what he so chooses on September 18th. And I wanted to know from your perspective what happened here. As a reminder, you went on your Ross Report website and basically said that Sean Waltman and the WWE, quote unquote, mutually agreed to part ways. And you praised Sean by saying, personally, Sean is one of my all-time favorite people in our business and one hell of an in-ring performer. I truly wish him nothing but success in the future. Did he just have the monkey on his back here, or was there more at play?
There might have been more at play. I just don't recall this many years later.
Yeah.
But he seemed to be snake bit. And some of that he brought on himself.
Yeah.
He had his attitude was challenging at times because he believed that he was one of the best performers on the roster. And quite frankly, he was. So, a lot of that stuff was handled wrongly. And to me, it was a lack of communication. And when you lack communication, you lose confidence in somebody. It's just hard to get past. So I don't know. A lot of things in the Sean Waltman saga were self-inflicted wounds, and it was unfortunate, quite frankly.
Don't we all love summer vacation, relaxing, laying out by the pool, barbecues, hitting the beach, doing, well, nothing? Well, how about a summer vacation from your house payments? With SaveWithConrad.com, you can do just that. Reduce your monthly payments by making the equity you built up in your home work for you. You can roll together those high interest rate credit cards into one lower monthly payment and perhaps access some of that newfound equity to turn your house into your dream home with no money out of pocket. And how about this? You get to skip your next 2 house payments. That's right. You won't have to make your June or your July house payment. You're done until August 1st. Go right now to SaveWithConrad.com. Let my team run the numbers for you for free. There's no obligation, and if we can't help you save some cash, we won't waste your time. And did I mention we're offering a 3-year guarantee right now? That's right. That means if at any point interest rates improve over the next 3 years, you get a free refi. That's right. No new lender fees from us. So you get to save money now without wasting money later when the rates improve on a whole second set of closing costs. Why not go to SaveWithConrad.com and get a guarantee? Save money now and save money later with your friend in the mortgage business. That's me, Conrad Thompson at SaveWithConrad.com. Shoot me an email at Conrad@SaveWithConrad.com. Give us a call at 888-425-0105. Or get yourself a quick quote, even talk to a live person right now at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. Let's take a summer vacation from house payments at SaveWithConrad.com.